All right. After my stop in West Yellowstone, I am back on the trail, climbing up a little bit. So I had a big breakfast, so I'm feeling a little sluggish. The huckleberry pancakes, 3 stack, was just too much to resist. But Garrett and his family at the Madison Hotel have been super hospitable. He picked me up from the trailhead yesterday and just brought me back here, showed me around town where I can get everything I need. They even had they had tickets for their hotel guests for the rodeo in town. I didn't end up going because of the rain, just because out here I don't have a choice if I get wet or not. But you know, when you have a nice cozy room, it's hard to feel like going out and sitting in the rain when you can stay dry. But anyway, he offered to drive me to the rodeo and then make sure I had a ride back when it was over if I wanted to go. And just a really nice, hospitable, family-run place. And the rooms are like out of an old Western. There's a shared bath and shower, or shared showers and bathroom down the hall. And then your room just kind of has a sink for washing up and a bed, and that's about it. And so it's a really neat place. And overall, it was a good stay. And now I got five days to Lima, Montana. So I'm gonna be on the ridgeline a lot. So it should make for some good mountain views. I forgot to mention, one of the funny things, and it's true historic fashion of the Madison Hotel, is the walls are just wood, and so I could hear the person snoring in the room next to me. And of course you can hear all the conversations. It really did remind me of one of the old Western saloon scenes where you could just hear everything going on in the main lobby area from your room, and then the rooms next to you. But even with that, I wouldn't let that deter anyone from trying to check out that place and just having a true historic stay at a hotel that has been around since, I believe, 1912, or 1912. But I just thought that was kind of funny. I'd wake up several times in the middle of the night hearing someone snoring right in the room next to me. Man, I haven't had this kind of terrain since Colorado. I love it. I'll take this over. I mean, the woods are great, but I love the it's not quite alpine just yet, but I just love walking the mountain ridge lines, and I think that's what most of today is going to be. I'm going to try and do 16 more miles. Even though it's already 10:30, it'll be a 20-mile day because it's just so enjoyable today. So feeling good. And, yeah, just making it one day at a time. Check it out. Look at this. All day, ridgeline walking. Can't get enough of it. Check it out. This is great up here. I'm just I'm dancing along the mountains to my music right now, but I'm too ashamed to actually put that on camera. But it's great. I miss this kind of environment. Glad I'm back up on the mountaintops. Water. It's always good to see water. I just ran into some guys out on a hike out here that live around here, and one of them lives up near Helena, and so when I get up that way, to give him a call if I need anything, a ride or a place to crash. You know, he'll help me out. So it was really nice of them, and it was nice to just stop and chat for a little while. So continue on. I got another 10 miles, I guess, which I know will be a little bit of a lighter day, but it's not too bad. So keep going. If I wasn't already having a late day, I'd go for a swim. It looks pretty nice. All right, we're gonna climb up and over Targhee Pass, up to 10,000 feet, over the top and back down the other side. Still making my way up Reynolds Pass. I thought I'd just enjoy the view for a bit. All right, top of Targhee Pass. I think earlier I accidentally said Reynolds Pass. That's the next one. At 10,000 feet. So now we're up and over. Alright, found this nice little campsite, flat area right here. Pitch tent right along this raging river, well, creek. So I'm gonna get things set up and then get some dinner going. It's been 20 miles today over the mountains, so it's been good. All right, so did 20 miles today. Just finished eating and securing my food for the night. So I'm about 4 days out from Lima, Montana, and yeah, I'll just be doing 20 miles each day from here on out. And it's been good. So it's the end of today. Now I'll just lay here and listen to the river and watch the sunset. All right. It is 5:48. I did not want to get up this morning. It's too cozy. But I gotta get moving, and I gotta make some miles today, so time to go. All right, we'll cross the highway here at Reynolds Pass and continue on. Doing pretty good today. So we'll see what it has in store. All right, cross over. And here's Montana. Here's Idaho. And here's a very fancy place. So my phone is almost out of storage, and it was giving me a hard time trying to transfer videos from my GoPro to my phone last night. So I'm gonna try and be a little bit more selective of what I record, and probably go back to using my phone for now till I can free up some storage and just kind of figure all that out. So that's, yeah. Yesterday I came out of that little canyon, I guess the pass there, through the mountains, and kind of camped right in there, and then came down this way this morning and worked my way up here. So we're I'm making progress. All right, this is called Ant Hill Spring. I've already filled up a little bit. And it's nice and cold. So I just stopped at Ant Hill Spring. It's nice cold water, and filled up, took a little break, ate some lunch. I mean, what you could call lunch. Some Wisconsin beef sticks, some trail mix, and a Nature Valley Crunch Bar. But that should get me to dinner. I got about 11 more miles today, and that'll be 20 miles. So should be done right around 5, maybe a little after, and get to just kind of yeah, enjoy the evening, I guess. So that's kind of the plan. Haven't seen cows in a long while. Trying to think, maybe it was southern Wyoming. Certainly a lot in New Mexico. Just had a pickup pull up next to me. Really nice couple, Fred and Cam from Idaho Falls. And they just gave me a whole bunch of cherries. So that's certainly a treat. But really, really nice. They knew some people in Lador, which is one of the towns I'll be resupplying and going to, and they said that they'll let them know I'm coming. So it's always neat to see who you meet out here. Off the forest roads and back onto the trail. So there you have it. It's a nice sign to let you know. Now this looks like some nice drinking water. Whole creek. We're about to go through Hell Roaring Canyon, and the Hell Roaring River Creek is down there. I'm beginning to think it's because of the wind. They named it this. There it is. Raspberries? Oh boy. Here I thought I was gonna make camp early. Alright. I get to test out my flashy new water shoes I got in Yellowstone. Keep my main shoes dry. Get across here. Time to cross. Whew. A bit cold, but it feels pretty good. Those water shoes work pretty well. I'm really glad I got them. They saved my feet from getting beat up by all the rocks. I was using flip-flops before that, but flip-flops tend to kind of fold in on you whenever you're trying to cross a stream, so I needed to get some water shoes. And now I'm just letting my feet dry out. Then I'll get my put my shoes back on, and I got about right at 2 miles left, so I'm gonna try and camp. So making good timing. Should be 2 more days of 20 miles and then a day of like 15, 16 miles, which would put me kind of right at the pickup spot for the inn in Lima, Montana. And that'll be good. I'm right on schedule. There's fields of these white smell like willies or something, but they're really nice. They're just all around. All right, I didn't really show setting up camp or anything. It's been a pretty long day. I just wasn't walking as fast or something. Did like 20.6 miles and I'm camped on top of the hill right there. So cooking some food here and just gonna secure my food for the night, and tomorrow the trail continues on. So just kind of taking it easy, and that's about it. Right, 5:50 and time to get moving. The sun's starting to rise, so I need to start packing things up. A little bit later of a start this morning. It's now like 7:15 because I decided to eat a little breakfast and have a little tea before heading off. I figured that might make me go a little faster and keep me a little more energized. And maybe that was apart from the elevation stuff, maybe that's why I was a little bit more sluggish yesterday. So yeah, sometimes I just like going because I don't like to spend the extra time, but sometimes it's worth it. So 20 miles. All right, just topped off water. So there's one stream, or I guess creek, that's about 2 miles up that supposedly has good water. Then for the next 17 miles, 18 miles, there's not much. So I went ahead and just topped off everything, and we'll continue on. So the trail's going around, but I think eventually it's gonna go up that. So I'll be huffing a little bit, as I believe that's gonna be up around 10,000 feet. I was at 12,000 for most of Colorado, but I think Idaho's a little bit different, and then it has you going up and down and up and down, whereas Colorado, there was that, but I felt like a lot of the times it wasn't as drastic. You're kind of just on the ridge line for most of the time. But, you know, each place has its own thing, and soon we'll be done with Idaho and on to Montana. Almost there. Sure is a lot of climbing. Going from like 8,000 to 10,000. made it. Time for lunch. Check out the view. All right, now that lunch is over, and I'm breeze, I think it's time to get off the mountain. So, yeah, it's a good little break up here. Nice views. So, time to go though. Getting some raindrops, so I think with the wind and everything, I can put my raincoat on without overheating. I'll put my rain cover on my back. And that's probably gonna hit me. Almost to camp. I'm gonna camp by a stream tonight, so that'd be nice to just not have to worry about water or anything. 20.6 miles or so. So it's been a good day. All right. So I set up camp and now I'm making some dinner here. Got my odor-proof bear bag and then my supposedly tear and bite proof Ursack and chicken and dumplings. I'm sick of beef stroganoff. I almost finished the whole pack last night, but I just couldn't. I guess if I was hungry enough. But yes, it's not bad. It's a good camping area, and we'll do another 20 tomorrow, and that leaves about 15 till town the following day. So we're getting there, one day at a time. All right, 5:55. A few raindrops last night, so I just went ahead and closed the sides with that. It's hard to get up because yeah, you feel kind of enclosed in here and nice and cozy. So time to get moving and a new day. All right, I realize I say all right a lot. Got camp packed up and we were making our way to, I'm about a day and a half out from Lima, Montana, and there I'll hit town, dry things out, resupply, get some real food, which I look forward to actually a lot while I'm out here. And yeah, well, I'm excited for it. That is actually something that I begin to crave and miss while I'm out here is town. You know, it's great being out here, but eating dehydrated food and granola bars, Snickers bars, things like that just, it does, after a while, it does kind of, you do start to crave a burger or steak or like even Chinese. I mean, it's funny the different things you start to think about, but yeah, it's kind of I think a different mindset out here this go around. You know, on some level I love it. Well, I do love it. It's beautiful out here, but I miss being home. And so I just tell myself that each day is another day closer to getting back to my family, because yeah, I'm under 2 months from the end. In fact, it's like 15 days till I'm done with the Idaho-Montana border, and then I believe 28 days, throw in 4 days for stops or something. So 33 days to Canada from there. So I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm not trying to wish away the journey, but I'm ready to kind of share a life with my family again. Okay, I do have to make some miles today, but I just ran into more raspberries. Kind of past a area with a trailhead, parking lot, and picnic tables. One of the nice things about kind of getting in those areas close by them is they maintain the trail really well, so you can walk pretty quick and make some good miles. So earlier, before West Yellowstone, I had a little bit of service and was able to look these up. I tried them. They're not bad. They're probably not also the best for you. They're actually a variant of honeysuckle, close to Utah honeysuckle, but they have their own, like characteristics, is that the berries grow together, kind of like that. I mean, there's a single one, but there's another one growing on it. And they're quite sweet, but from what I could find online, even though they say that the natives probably ate them, the USDA says they're mildly toxic and can just cause some stomach problems if you eat too many. But I always err on the side of caution with berries. I've been seeing some others as well, what I thought were huckleberries, and then I did try a little of those. They were sweet, kind of like a little bit of a tart blueberry, so I'm pretty sure. And then there's one that looks very inviting. I need to wait till I get to town to look it up. I think it's a buffalo berry or silverberry, because the bark is almost silvery on the bush, and it's a deep black berry. And yeah, so not trying to go eat the wrong berries out here, but I would love to know which ones I can as I pass them by, because there's certainly a lot. Speaking of berries, there's one that is very distinguishable, and I think I just found it. The mountain blueberries. So I just had another conversation with some older guys that have been section hiking the Continental Divide for the last 6 years or so. And up ahead here in 12 miles or so, there's a sheep grazing experiment thing where they have a herd of sheep and stuff, and some sheep dogs that protect them, and a guy that stays out there with them. And the older man just informed me that when they were talking with the guy yesterday, they were actually hauling a grizzly, a big old grizzly out that tried to get into his tent that night, and he shot at him, supposedly a warning shot, but it just got lucky and killed him. And so yeah, kind of a crazy story. They were actively, I guess the game wardens, fishing game wardens, were actively working on hauling out the grizzly when they passed through. All right, about 10 miles till camp, and it's lunchtime. So found a nice rock to sit on, and I'll take probably 15 minutes or so and eat some lunch. Idaho sure has some steep climbs and up and down. It's pretty ridiculous. Almost to the top. Can hear the wind blowing. Sheepdog. Hey, pal. Okay, so earlier my phone storage is full and I couldn't record any more videos, so got some water at Rock Springs. There's a, I want to say cowboy, but I mean, he's watching sheep, so more of a shepherd, but he rides a horse. And there's a old school cowboy canvas tent out there next to the spring. But filled up there, didn't see him, probably just laying in his tent on his cot or something at the end of the day. It's probably used to hikers coming through there as well. So but yes, I made camp, and there's my tent. Just secured my food, and tomorrow I have about 14 miles, and that'll lead me kind of 2.5 miles from the road. And the following day I'll hitch a ride from the Beaverhead Inn. They have a shuttle if you stay with them, so not too long and I'll be in town having a nice steak dinner. So I forgot to mention earlier that the dogs are part of a sheep herd that's out here. Is like a sheep experiment, something with the agricultural department, something. I really don't know the details, but they essentially are out here, and the dogs are trained to kind of just well, obviously protect the sheep, and so that's what that was all about earlier. It apparently frightens a lot of hikers, but the dogs, they just kind of follow you. They don't really, I mean, they don't do much other than bark. So but yeah, it's kind of different. Well,
It's like 6:45, 6:40. I only had 12 miles to do today, so I decided to sleep in a little bit, but it got a little cold last night. Maybe, at least it felt like, high 30s or so, but it was a little chilly. All right, sun is just now kind of coming up over the mountains, so that'll actually feel kind of good. That warms me up a bit. I'm gonna make a little breakfast this morning and then just kind of have a leisurely pace for these 13 miles or so. So other than that, time to get my food. I got an hour later start, just simply because it's a shorter day, and yeah, slept in a little bit and had some breakfast. So 13 miles, here we go. Idaho and the Montana border remind me more of New Mexico than, with the lack of water and just how dry it is, sagebrush. It seems more of a desert. A little lunchtime break in the shade of this nice tree. You know, with those fences, certainly there's a lot of trust. I often wonder how many times a rancher has to go round up some of his cattle because someone was lazy and didn't shut the fence, or, you know, for whatever reason it just never got closed. I guess that's part of the things you got to deal with if you're having your livestock graze on public land out here, is that people are going to be walking through it. So it's just something that crossed my mind as I go through these areas. All right, almost to my camp for the night. You might be able to make it out, but there's the highway. Here, I'll zoom in. You can kind of see some cars on it, but it is right there. See a truck going down it. So I'm gonna camp just shy of that tonight, and then that'll leave a full day for town tomorrow. When I get picked up in the morning at 8:30, I'll get in town, get a shower, some breakfast, do laundry, and air out my sleeping bag and tent, and then yeah, catch up with people, upload my video, and probably there's a steakhouse, only other restaurant in town, probably do that for dinner, and then continue on to those mountains tomorrow, well, Friday, and so that'll be good. All right, I'm 3.5 miles from the highway and figured I'd just camp here. It's only 3 in the afternoon, but my ride's not till tomorrow morning. I could do that 3.5 pretty quick, so I think I'll make a little fire tonight. That might be kind of fun, amongst the cow patties and everything else. But check out that chair. So not a bad camp. Plenty of places to hang my food. I did have a little bit of a fire, but once again, my phone storage space kind of went full, so I wasn't able to really record anything. But fire pit's over there, and so it was nice just kind of sit and relax. And now I'm gonna just kind of lay around till the sun goes down, and tomorrow morning wake up early and hike 3.5 miles to the road, get picked up and go into town. Right, it's 5:45, getting things packed up here so I can get an early start. So once I get to town, I'm gonna get a shower and breakfast. I've been thinking about that the last 2 days, but I have 3.5 miles to do, and that should take me just over 2 hours, or just over an hour. But I also told them I would be waiting at 8:30, the ends shuttle, the Beaverhead Ends shuttle, and so I don't want to be late and miss my ride either. I mean, I could always hitchhike, but you know, if I got a ride waiting, why not? So let's get going. All right, made it. Now ready to go into town, and then tomorrow I'll pick the trail back up.